So this is video 7 in our beginner's guide to jump rope. And in this video, we're going to talk about the South Paw. And I consider this an intermediate move, and that's why I put it as video 7, because you should really have the fundamentals before you try to learn this move and incorporate it into your jump rope routine. Essentially, the South Paw is imagine you're doing the boxer step, and then what you do is you put the rope onto one side, and then you open it up, jump through it, and then you do it the other way as well. Put it on the other side, and then jump over. So before we talk about the elements of this, I'll just show you what it looks like. So it's like this, one side, and this, the other side, and then you can alternate it. And it just adds variation to your jumps. So you can do side swings, southpaw, and then crossovers. So to actually perform this move correctly, here's some tips and tricks that help me learn. The anatomy of the southpaw is essentially you're going to have one arm on this side, and then you're going to have to move your arm, put the rope all onto one side, and then open it up. So there's a bit of a flickering kind of movement with your arm, and it really depends on your rope length. If your rope is really long, you might have to go up higher to get the rope open enough to be able to jump through it. So essentially, when you're jumping, kind of hard to do without the rope and jump, but you're going to go like this, open, this, open. So what you got to be mindful is that movement, because you kind of want to move your wrist and your arm, and just think about opening the rope and then timing it so that you can jump through it at the same time. One drill that I like to suggest people do when you're learning the southpaw is to learn both ways and just stay on that one side. So something like this. So I'm going to do it. Listen to that sound. Then try to mimic the exact same sound on the other side. And you can kind of hear that whipping sound. Now I'm going to do it on the side so you can see it as well. You can notice how high and far back my hand goes while the other hand stays in position. So the important thing is when you're doing this, try to keep everything tight, because then you have less variation to make a mistake. So when you're coming up, I try to keep it really close to my chest, kind of go like this, and then this whipping motion. And I do the same on this side, whip it. So let's go ahead and show it. While the other hand stays in place. See, the other hand is not moved. And then you learn the other way. But what you should notice is that I'm trying to keep everything really close to my chest. I'm not way out here. I'm trying to just it's kind of like my jump rope style though. I like to keep everything tight so there's minimal movement. If I have to move like a crossover, I'll use it with my wrists. Same thing with this. Because I'm so close, you can really get into a nice rhythm, and then it almost seems effortlessly once you practice. So I'm a really big proponent of keeping everything tight while you're doing it. So when you're learning the southpaw, remember that drill. One hand has to stay the same, and the other one comes in, and it's a big timing about learning that. But the other hand stays the same. So that's the one thing to be mindful. Don't move both hands at the same time. Keep one hand stationary where it normally is, and then get the other one in there and get it out. It's almost like it's a quick visit and then it's out. Quick visit and it's out. So practice that. Let me know what you're struggling with the southpaw move, if you are still stuck with there, and any other suggestions you have for future videos. Of course, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I have an entire playlist of these jump rope series, along with a whole bunch of other stuff that I do as well. I'm Andy Baryer, Handy Andy, signing out. See you again at the next video.